Alright, my name is Seph Smith. I'm from 50/50 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Falls Church, Virginia in the United States. And we're going to do a Nogi arm triangle series, okay? So, if we start out again, starting out in my arm triangle. Same details as our gi version. I'm going to be going palm to palm, always with the hand that's reaching under the head is going to be palm down. This one's going to be palm up, okay? I want to get down really low, pull myself in, and just settle. And just lean into the choke. I should be able to finish this without putting too much pressure in to go to get my finish, okay? Now, real commonly, the guy's going to try to, if the guy tries to turn into you when you have this choke on them, they're just going to make it worse. They're just going to choke themselves, okay? This is a wall. He's not going to be able to turn through you, okay? But if the guy goes to turn away, we can finish them. We have a few different options. One, he goes to turn away. I'm just going to let this settle back so my elbow slides down, and I'm going to have just my wrist bone sticking out. I'm going to grab my bicep, and I'm going to bring this up behind his shoulder, okay? Now, from here, I'm going to sit, okay? So when I go to sit, this forearm is going to go right across the line of his shoulders. You can just grab here, and I want to bring my shoulder up enough so you see how my shoulder is kind of on the outside of his, okay? So now I can pull in and project my shoulder in, get my finish, okay? So this transition is going to look like this. I'm putting pressure on Stewart. I go to finish. He turns. I'm just going right into the position. You may need to make like a little bit of an adjustment to make sure that you get this shoulder up above his. I'll bring this shin up just because it's going to act like a wall. So if he's trying to turn back into me, kind of keeps him stuck, okay? Now, what's happening here is I'm making a triangle around his neck, okay? First I have the arm triangle, so you can see like inside of my arms. I pulled in and I got my chest in here, so you can see the triangle shape inside of this lock that I've created around the person's neck, okay? Well, when he goes to turn away, I'm just making another triangle, except the V of the triangle is going to be this part of my arm, and this is going to be the back side of it, so it has to kind of rotate. If you were to imagine like a billiards rack around my neck, like you want that V to be always lined up right in the middle, okay? So that's any blood choke you can think of, like a cross choke with the lapel. Any kind of blood choke is always going to be a triangle around the person's neck, okay? So I'm just making the triangle kind of shift, okay? So if we go back, I'm here, I create a triangle around his neck, but he rotates inside of it. So I'm making this change, grab, sit, okay? Now what's happening is my forearm is on one side of his neck, his shoulder's getting pushed into the other part of his neck here, okay? But he can try to get his shoulder away from his neck by going for the same defense that we did earlier, by reaching underneath of your leg. So if you reach under your leg and extend, you see that pulls his shoulder away from the neck. So then I'll just switch right into a regular rear naked choke. So, start out with the triangle. I'm pulling myself in. He goes to turn away. I settle into my my Nogi Ezekiel rear naked choke hybrid. And I can go for my attack. If he opens up his neck, I'm just switching, bringing my bottom arm through. This one comes in, and I'll finish right here. Even though I don't have any hooks, I have a full-blown choke on the guy's neck, so I'm going to get my finish.